Hello, and welcome to this episode of the CCR Student Entrepreneurship Series, where we talk to real-life entrepreneurs about their journey on how they started their business. I'm this show's lead podcast host, Vanessa Tran, and I'm here with my co-host,
Iman Hondo.
Today we are joined by our special guest, Kobee Byrd, the founder of Yes Yes Productions. Before we start our interview, remember to take control of your future. Join the California Army National Guard and serve your community during local and state emergencies. You'll learn marketable skills, earn a paycheck, and get money for school. Contact Sergeant Aquino today at 916-233-7615.
All right, so to get us started today, just tell us about your business and what did you do to start this business?
First off, thank you guys for having me. This is really dope how you guys do this, and shout out to Mr. Pugh for doing this, putting you guys on, teaching you guys this. But just answering your question, it kind of started off of a fluke. Really, I've played sports all my life. I played basketball, football. I was one of those kids that thought, they were going to go to the NBA or NFL. And, I just want to thank God for, the opportunity of allowing me to film because it wasn't supposed to happen this way. It basically all started my junior year when I found out I had a hip injury. It's called hip impingement. I basically had extra bone on my hip. So I had to, take care of that and get it surgically removed. And in the process of that, it was really hard on me. I didn't know what I was going to do. Just one day I was just crying. I was in church and I just asked God, like, what am I going to do? And, later that month, I always had a passion for film. So in the mix of that, I was kind of thinking like, you know what, I'm going to try film out. And, and in the process of that, like, I started doing videos with my football team just to kind of stay acclimated with my school and things of that nature. And that ultimately led me to do more video production. And, I created highlight videos for my football team every week. I went to Jesuit High School in Carmichael. And, every week people were constantly asking for my videos, asking when they were coming out. And that created a buzz in the community and in Sacramento. And yeah.
All right. And then why did you choose to maybe create your own business rather than another option, like a different field?
Yeah, so definitely, I definitely had a choice. When I thought of the idea of creating videos, it actually started with me wanting to create a documentary of the football season, and that ultimately evolved into me creating those highlight videos every week. And I kind of thought in my mind, like, I want to start a business out of this because people were constantly asking me, like, oh, I love your videos, I want to do more. And I actually did a video with Isaiah Crocker. He graduated in 2018 with me, and I did like basically a commitment video of him going to Oregon. A lot of people saw that, especially at Inderkum here. And that ultimately just evolved in more people asking about my business and wanting to do videos with me. So it started with sports, and then that evolved to, promotional videos for companies in the community of Natomas. And then that ultimately led to, I work with Safeway and I do their commercials now. And yeah, man, I'm just blessed to be in this position. I never thought I would do this. I always thought I was going to be an athlete and, try to go pro and do that path. But, yeah, this is definitely a good path for me.
So seeing that you do have all these connections now, how did you manage to get connected with people like Safeway and start doing videos with them and stuff like that?
Man, just once again, I've just been blessed in this position. Like I've gotten so many opportunities that are so amazing. Like, really, you just have to put yourself out there. As far as like for younger people, I would just say put yourself out there. Social media is big now in our generation, but I've gotten connected with a lot of people just off of just based off of my videos and the realness of them. And I try to create something that nobody else does. My whole philosophy is creating the yes moments that will last a lifetime. That's basically creating those aha moments, like, man, like I'm gonna remember this in 20, 30 years and show my grandkids. Like that's my biggest goal for every video. And I've gotten connected with a lot of people in the community. One being Dion Taylor. He's a big film director. He did Black and Blue coming out this Friday. He did The Intruder. He did Traffic with Paula Patton and Omar Epps. But just, meeting those people and constantly staying connected with people in my community, my mentors, has been great. And yeah, it's just one thing I would tell people younger than me is just, you got to stay hungry. You got to constantly grind. Like it's a lot of hours that goes into this film, and don't think that it's easy by any means. Like, it might be a 1-minute video, but it takes 10 hours to edit, you know what I mean? And a lot of people don't realize that. Like, I'll tell people like my prices sometimes, and they'll be like, oh wow, it's like, I didn't think it was that expensive for a 1-minute video, but it's like, it's time that goes into this. And yeah, it's just, it seems hard, but for me, it's not, because I love what I do. It's a big passion of mine, and, I just, yeah, that's pretty much it.
So you mentioned doing all this takes a lot of time, right?
Mm-hmm.
How long did it take for your business to really get up and running? To
really grow?
Yeah, to really just grow.
Yeah, so basically it was, how things go viral in society now. A lot of my videos went viral as far as like the football ones that I did, that weekly highlight videos I did every week. So those kind of went viral and kind of created a buzz for me. And then
all right, so you were talking about how it takes how you put a lot of time into this.
Mm-hmm.
So how long did it take for you to really get your business out there and get it going?
Okay, so for my business to get it going, you know how everything goes viral in our society today. So basically, with the highlight videos that I did every week, people were seeing that, and it was growing each week, and I got better as far as like editing and filming. So just each week, I grew my views. Like, it went from like a couple hundred to a few thousand to even like 10,000 views. So imagine people seeing that in your community, constantly talking, who is this Yes Yes production guy, who is Kobee Byrd? I'm constantly seeing his videos. And, that ultimately led me to, becoming popular in my community and, in Carmichael and in the Thomas. But yeah, man, it's just word of mouth. And, if you do something with purity, you do it with love, you do it with passion, it's going to ultimately lead people to draw to you. And that's my whole philosophy. That's my whole vibe. Like, that's what Yes Yes is all about. Like, Yes Yes to me means like, that's like the moment. Like, this moment is a Yes Yes moment, because we're young kids vibing together. We're growing. We're doing the things that we love to do, and ultimately we want to be successful. So.
All right, and clearly your passion is film. Mm-hmm. So a lot of students here actually have a lot of hobbies that they try to turn into like a profession. Right. Like, kids, we got barbers these days. Yeah. Homegrown YouTubers. So definitely. Like, how would you describe your experience, and like maybe what would you tell students also trying to create a hobby into a career? Just going based off of what you said, like, entrepreneurship is so big in our society now. Like, I honestly love it so much, because like millennials, Generation Z, I think is our generation now. We're so like, we don't want to go the path that our parents and our grandparents did, where you work and you just constantly are just going so hard. Like, now we want to, work hard, but work hard in the things that we want to do. And I think that's really big in our society today. And just basically answering your question, like, for the younger kids that want to, be an entrepreneur, I would just say, just don't give up on your dream. Like, it's so easy to give up and just be like, oh, I don't want to do it anymore. 'Cause it's a lot of work. Like, it might look easy from the outside in, but from the inside out, it's really hard. Like, it's nice where I'm up until 4 o'clock in the morning editing a video, because it has to get done. It has a deadline. So like, as far as like people doing like YouTube or like, being a barber, you have to clock in, clock out, but it's on your own hours. So you can either be a barber who's, just kind of going for 3 hours, or you could be a barber that's going for 10 hours, 11 hours, and, constantly grinding. Like, one of my barbers growing up when I was in high school, his name was John. He started his, barbershop business in his garage. And ultimately then he saved up his money, and now he has a shop called the Garage Barbershop. It's off, I think, El Camino or something like that. But just
just seeing that grind and his passion for that, like, it's just exciting to see, and that kind of, you know, ultimately drives me as well, and seeing like other people, my mentors, you know, and you know, I have a mentor named Eric. He's my big bro. You know, he kind of put me on like with film, as far as like my editing softwares and things of that nature. And I constantly go to him like, I want to be that person to my younger generation. And, you know, I was thinking like, especially now that I'm on this like show, like I want to like next year, you know, maybe have like some type of gathering to where I, you know, bring my young like kings and queens like on, and, you know, create an event or something to where I can just showcase what I've learned, you know, create opportunities for people. That's kind of what I want to do, like as I get older. And yeah, just I want to constantly see people win. You know what I mean? I don't want to be greedy with it or anything. Like I want to, you know, take what I'm doing now and spread that love and spread that passion.
That's what we're hoping to do with this podcast.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. All right. So thank you for coming, Kobee. How can we find you? How can people, you know?
Thank you guys for having me. You guys can follow me at Yes Productions. That's my business account. And also my personal account is at Kobee Byrd, KOBEEBYRD. And yeah, just follow me, type in with me. And yeah, if anybody has any questions, feel free to DM me and, you know, reach out to me. And I'll be sure to answer you guys back.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.